All right, day 3, here I come. Oh my God, I had to run back home since I forgot my ultimate pass. This is it, I'm here. Hey everyone, it's Natter Ferocity, Natscope, whatever you want to call me. Welcome to a brand new video, and today it's day 3 of Calgary Expo 2026. It's the second to last day, and hopefully this day would be fun. So let's get started. Gosh, there are so many droids. So many.
There's a whole parade behind you.
Oh, sorry. And a bunch of other Star Wars cosplayers. Whew. Well, that was crazy. Alright, I'm at one of the stages at the expo for the Grand Theft Auto fan panel or reunion panel. I can't remember what it's called, but I'm just trying to find a seat, and I think this panel's gonna be cool. Alright, I am back from the GTA cast fan panel, and it was actually a lot of fun. Like, well, my question was like to Steven, would you be a part of the, or would you like to guest star in the future entries of the GTA franchise? It's like, and he was like, sure, why not? That's not what he exactly said, but yeah. And as for Sean, I did told him that I liked his guest appearance on the Dope as Usual podcast with Dope as Yola. I thought that was pretty cool. Oh, yeah. Both Ned, Sean, and Steven, who played Michael, Franklin, and Trevor respectively, were all really awesome. I enjoyed being at that panel. It was super fun as shit, and I can't wait to see them again at some point in the future. Yeah, at a future Calgary Expo convention, or whenever I have the budget to travel to New York or Liverpool and all that shit. That's where I would do everything else. But yeah, I thought the GTA panel was super fun overall. I'm back from day 3 of the Calgary Expo, and I had a lot of fun, even though I didn't record a lot of footage, but I did got a whole bunch of merch, and which I'm gonna get to right now. Yeah, I was at the artist alley, and I found this cowboy bebop art. There's Faye just relaxing, and there's Spike, Jet, Ein, and Edward all casually chilling out. I thought that was super fucking cool. And that's not fucking all. I also went to one of the comic book vendors and found a issue of Doctor Who magazine from 1990. April 1990 to be more specific. And this issue has a graphic novels competition and a free season 26 guide in this issue. And on the back, it's bunch of 3 new audio tapes and all of that other stuff. I couldn't wait to read this particular issue of Doctor Who magazine. Another thing that I got in it was the Amazing Spider-Man issue 334 from early July, part of the Return of the Sinister Six storyline, which is another cool thing I got. I thought the GTA 5 cast fan panel was pretty cool too. Ned Luke, Sean Fontino, and Stephen Ogg were all pretty fucking good. I enjoyed their interactions. Even some of the more hilarious ones. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil it for those who didn't come to that panel, but they were unbelievably hilarious. I was so nervous, like, asking both Steven and Sean the questions that I was going to ask. Well, mostly for Steven. Yeah, but I got through it, and the question I asked was, like, at least to Steven, would you be interested in guest starring in the future installments of the DGA franchise? And it was like, well, maybe, why not? That's not his exact words, but don't quote me on that. And as for Sean, it was a comment saying that I liked his guest appearance in the Dope as Usual podcast with Dope as Yola, and because I really liked his episode, and he was such a fun dude to talk to. Well, well interact, but I digress. And speaking of Sean Fontino, I was doing a drawing of both Steven, and he complimented, well, yeah, Stephen Ogg complimented my artwork, but before I showed him the artwork, while I was drawing him, while he was interacting with his fans, and I was trying to be discreet, so I just drew 3 of the cast members just to pass the time, especially Sean, when I drew him and showed him my artwork. I had the funniest response to him, and he also told me that I should keep it. And even though I never asked for an autograph, but he signed it anyway, which is kind of cool. Yeah. He's a pretty good voice actor. I loved his performance as Franklin in GTA 5. And I loved his appearance in the Dope as Usual podcast, as I said earlier. And back to, like, Stephen Ogg, and when I showed him the artwork I did of him, he told me that you're a great artiste, or something like that. But it was pretty cool. I like Stephen Ogg. I interacted with Ned Luke a little bit, but yes, it was still super awesome. And I also had a selfie with Ian James Corlett. Like as I said before in my D2 vlog, he was known as the original voice for Goku in Dragon Ball Z, and he also voiced Cheetor in Beast Wars Transformers, Ian Larkin in What's With Andy, and he voiced Ian Kelly in Being Ian, and Hugh Test and Johnny Test, including a bunch of other roles, including Bob and Reboot. And I got in a selfie with him, with me doing the Haito Ichimonji / Kamen Rider Nigo pose. I'm going to edit the selfie in once I finish up the vlog, but I'll probably edit that in once this vlog is released. But he is a pretty cool guy, and I was like talking to him about like how I remember those shows. Like I remember hearing Ian James Corlett's voice, not just as Cheetor, but I remember watching What's with Andy on Teletoon as a kid, which kind of inspired me to come up with ideas for my own pranks. And to be honest, I wanted to do like a Jackass style version of the bleeding hand basketball hoop prank from one of the episodes with the What's with Andy, but I wanted to do it in cosplay to pay homage to that one. But I know it would have been a good idea, but a dude can dream, can he? And I had also had a short interaction with Brian Drummond, who voiced Venom in Spider-Man Unlimited, and Jetfire in Transformers Cybertron, just to name a few of his roles. But overall, I had a pretty good time for day 3. And if you did like this vlog, please give it a big thumbs up. My social media links are in the description box below. Sorry if I didn't get to mention it in the last video or my last 2 vlogs, because it's been a while since I did a video. If you've been checking me out on Instagram, I've been pretty busy in radio recently. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Be a badass and love life, and see you for day 4, the final day of Calgary Expo. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye! Shit, and I forgot to mention this. I also got 2 different pieces of artwork from Mel, who I commissioned for the Takashi Hongo drawing. And I got her artwork of Sam from Totally Spies and Joseph Joestar from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Just a quick mention. But yeah, see you at day 4.